Hey guys, One-Handed Gamer here. Just a little bit of a follow-up and a little bit of a monologue, about an issue in the gaming world. Um, First of all, the follow-up, Xbox has backtracked on making people pay $120 for a full year of live gold for now, at least. And that's a good thing. We made enough noise on Twitter. Twitter was on fire yesterday. And a lot of people were very disgruntled and upset by the choices made by the Xbox executives. And a tweet by Larry Herb, Major Nelson, who I regularly follow and enter his Free Code Friday contests to no avail just yet. But Larry Herb said that we heard you and we're not going to change the price of Xbox Live Gold due to the amount of backlash. He said that it's wrong that we wanted to change the price on something that gamers rely on every day, and that they sincerely apologize. Coming from Larry, I believe it. I believe it. But something is to be said about, and I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of backlash from, I've dealt with people at Microsoft, I've dealt with people that work for them, and back when I first started my channel, I had an issue with Kinect Sports Rivals not being accessible, and they claim that they employ people in the QA department with disabilities for this reason, to make sure that things like what happened to me don't happen again. And I tweeted Phil Spencer many times about the issue of not being able to play bowling just sitting down. When something as simple as the Wii, I could bowl sitting down. Bowling is simply just this motion, okay? There's no reason that you need to be able to stand up and toss a ball. Doesn't happen that way. But I can't say that I trust Phil fully. I think most of these guys will just say and do whatever they want so that they can get their consoles in your house. And after that, it's all fair game. Now on to my little monologue, which is about monopolies. Monopolization in the gaming industry. Monopolization is never good. As a gamer, I always like to have the options to do one thing versus another. Game Pass is great. The pros, there are a lot of pros, but there's one big con. It's very expensive. It's very expensive, and not a lot of people, especially now with the current climate and the things that we're dealing with in terms of the global pandemic, and most people having their employment put on hold, like myself. The cheaper option is the best option. And right now, the cheaper option when it comes to Xbox is just re-upping your games with gold, so at least You can play the games that you bought online. I I like the fact that I can basically download and play any game that I want, but the the price tag is a bit ridiculous. On top of the fact that you cannot even buy a year's worth of Game Pass. It's 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and I believe 2 years is where it ends. And 2 years you pay $148 now. Games with gold, an Xbox Live Gold card for a year, much like PlayStation, is $60 per year. And yeah, you don't get the benefits of Game Pass, but you still get to enjoy the multiplayer for the games that you've already bought. Now, when you turn around and you look at the monopolies in video games, you think of EA with the NFL license, with Madden. You think of Sony monopolizing Spider-Man right now. Spider-Man is not in the Square Enix Avengers game on the Xbox. Why? Spider-Man started out in the Avengers. He actually started out in the X-Men, but he went and was an Avenger for a short while. Spider-Man should be available in both versions of that Avengers game, but he's not. Okay? Currently, you need a Sony console to play a Spider-Man game, a current Spider-Man game. Monopolies are never good. People are clamoring for the NFL to drop Electronic Arts because they can cut and paste the same thing on a yearly basis and not face any backlash because they are the premier football simulation and the only football simulation. Yes, there's maximum football now, but that's not a true simulation football experience. Nobody's gonna opt for that over Madden, as broken as Madden is year to year. Monopolies will end up hurting the gaming industry in the end, unless gamers speak with their wallets and don't give in to, oh, well, it's the only football game in town and I really want to play football. As much as it hurts, don't play football that year. Let's see how much things change, because you saw how gamers reacted yesterday on Twitter with the Xbox Live Gold thing, and less than 24 hours later, they reverted their decision. There is power in the gamers' voices. There is power. Our words carry weight. And no, I didn't tweet in support of the changing of the Xbox Live back to the original price, because I'll admit, in my dealings, trying to get someone to respond to something from Xbox is not a very easy thing, but enough people spoke and they listened. That's good. Now we need to get people to listen to more things, because the problem doesn't stop with Xbox. it's all over the place with monopolizations, with big licenses, with sports licenses, all that. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Drop a like, drop a comment if you have anything to add to the conversation. I will be on Facebook Gaming at some point today, probably playing a little Mortal Kombat. I will leave the description. I will leave the link in the description down below. Yeah, I can speak. And I hope to see you there. Perhaps I'm gonna do it at 8 o'clock tonight. We shall see. It might be a little early, it might be a little later. Keep your eye on my Facebook gaming page, which again I will link in the description. And keep up to date with what I'm doing. This is the One-Handed Gamer. Fist bumps. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay awesome, and I hope to see you on Facebook.